Hi, my name is Gabrielle Chevalier, and this is group number 2 for Professor Fitzgerald Society in the World class.
I'm Latasha Holmes.
Joffrey Osler.
My name is Norman Wright.
And my name is Jeffrey Dewberry.
Bowie State University students.
Police Department, report the shop.
Hey, we've had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy. It's Retrieve Circle. The best address I can give you is 111 Retrieve Circle. This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. It's raining, and he's just walking around looking about.
Okay, this guy, you want black or respect?
He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie, like a gray hoodie, and either jeans or sweatpants and white tennis shoes. He's here now, and he was just staring.
He's just walking around there.
At all the houses.
Okay.
Now he's just staring at me.
Okay, so this is 1111 for you or 111?
That's the clubhouse.
That's the clubhouse. Do you know what he's near the clubhouse right now?
Yeah, now he's coming towards me.
Okay.
He's got a hand in the waistband. And he's a black man.
Okay. How old would you say he
He
was?
got button on his shirt. Late teens.
Late teens, okay.
Something's wrong with him. He's coming to check me out. He's got something in his hands. I don't know what his deal is.
Okay, just let me know if he does anything else, okay? Yeah, we got him on the line. Just let me know if this guy does anything else.
Okay. These assholes, they always get away. When you come to the clubhouse, you come straight in and then go left. Actually, you go past the clubhouse.
Okay, it says on the left-hand side from the clubhouse?
No, you go in straight through the entrance, and then you make a left. Yeah, you go straight in. Don't turn and make a left. Shit, he's running.
He's running this way, he's running.
He's down towards the entrance of the neighborhood.
Okay, which entrance is that that he's heading for?
The back entrance.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to do that.
Okay.
There are major developments tonight in the case of a neighborhood watch captain in Florida who shot and killed an unarmed 17-year-old. The U.S. Justice Department has now opened a civil rights investigation, and the local prosecutor has convened a grand jury to consider criminal charges. Justice correspondent Bob Orr has the latest.
In the 3 weeks since Trayvon Martin was killed inside this gated Florida community, Neighborhood Watch volunteer George Zimmerman has maintained he shot Martin in self-defense. But attorney Benjamin Crump, who represents Martin's family, says the unarmed teenager was targeted because of his race.
Arrest George Zimmerman for the killing of Trayvon Martin in cold blood today.
Hey, we just learned about that in Fitzgerald's class. Trayvon Martin. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, Trayvon Martin. You know about that stand your ground law in Florida?
Yeah. Tell me about it.
That's what George Zimmerman is trying to use right now. That stand your ground law.
I don't agree with it.
You know about it?
Enlighten me.
The stand your ground law. A person can use non-deadly force to defend against the imminent use of unlawful non-deadly force. Deadly force was authorized only to defend against imminent deadly force or great bodily harm. That was a change in Florida. The stand your ground law introduced two conclusive presumptions that favor a criminal defendant who is making a self-defense claim. One, the presumption that the defendant had a reasonable fear that deadly force was necessary, and two, the presumption that the intruder, in that instance an intruder, intended to commit an unlawful act involving force or violence. These two presumptions protect the defendant from both civil and criminal prosecution for unlawful use of deadly and non-deadly force in self-defense, which is why the police weren't trying to arrest Zimmerman at first, because he was claiming the standing ground law.
That's bogus.
Oh man, something just came back to me, man. I mean, I was reading the Society of Law book, chapter 4, and you know, I read on some of the protest activities. I mean, let's be noted that the relationship among law, protest, and social change is not always predictable. One major function of protest may be to secure changes in the law as means of inducing change in social conditions. Another may be to bring about change directly without intervening with the law. Still, a third may be to bring about legal changes, which legitimizes social change accomplished by other means.
So you speaking on all the protests that was going on, all the marches that was going on, in memory of Trayvon like wearing hoodies?
I mean, it relates, man. It sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah, massively powerful. We all did that at Bowie State University too. We all rallied and wore our hoodies.
True.
What you think?
I think police discretion also has something to do with it.
Discretion from the police?
Yeah.
Also.
Because, like, it's highly institutionalized in the American system of criminal justice, and the question about police discretion increasingly appear in lawsuits against police all the time. And the exercise of discretion is integral to the daily routine of police officers in large variety, ranging from routine traffic stops to domestic violence and arrests. And, like, the way they handled the case just wasn't fair, if you ask me. Don't start me.
Okay, Joffrey, you mentioned mass media. Well, the purpose of mass media is to raise awareness or concern. So everywhere you look, it's in the papers, it's online about this case. And it's keeping the case in the spotlight, and new facts are coming out every day. So hopefully we'll be hearing more about this upcoming trial in the mass media.
You think race was a factor?
In my opinion, yeah, but you know, Zimmerman, his supporters, they've been saying that he's not a racist, he loves black people and all that, but I think so.
So he's straight.
They say.
Race has got to be a factor, though, because on the phone he said that he looks like a black guy. Like, why did he have to describe it like that?
You mean because he was a black guy?
Yeah, he could have said African American. He didn't have to address the he looks like a black guy. He's got something in his hand. Like,
I mean, most black people say he looks like a Caucasian guy. He looks like a white guy.
You're right, but I still feel like race has something to do with it.
Just by analyzing Chapter 5, like we did in class earlier, social control and dissent, another option for the government is to use in the control of dissent is coercive social control, which is the apparatus to deal with crime. In this case, the Trayvon Martin, where they need to enforce the law, which coincides with the standing ground law, and that's what the police did. But as a way to keep social interaction peaceful and orderly, they should have apprehended it as well. Because the government is expected by citizens and is required by law to protect life and property and to arrest the perpetrators of illegal activities, which the police should have done. And that's why everyone has rallied in support of Trayvon Martin for justice to be served.
Can't argue that.
I mean, you can though.
No, really?
Because that's where the standing ground law comes from. That's why we just made an arrest him.
Right,
He's
but
standing
if,
behind the standing ground
but
law.
if he was, okay, but if he was so right in what he was doing and stood behind the standing ground law, why couldn't they arrest him and let him plead his case, and then he would have been found not guilty, and everything would have been fine, instead of just letting him walk around the streets like nothing happened, like, oh, I just stomped on a roach yesterday, it's not a big deal. No, it's a big deal. You murdered someone. Like, you have to explain it to us your case and your reasons for doing this. They should have arrested him.
They've been charged with murder, not charged with aggravated assault. It's charged with deadly weapon. You know?
Yeah, and that's Trayvon could have been a doctor, a lawyer, a scholar, and now his future's just gone. So it's unfortunate.
Rule 2.
Society of Law, Professor Fitzgerald class.